everybody, it's your girl Melissa Renee
and Evita Nicole,
and this is another episode of Drinks and Discussion. So what are we drinking on?
So today, we are it's a standard margarita. You know, you can buy the premix yourself, but I topped it with some port. Some Taylor port. You know, you take your little spoon and you just drizzle it across the top so it can settle on the top. Now, it settled very pretty, y'all, but we tend to pregame a little bit before the camera get to rolling. So we done pretty much sipped all the port off the top of it. But
yeah, I did.
It adds a nice kick to your margarita. I don't have a fancy name, but
Taylor port.
We can call this a redneck margarita since we're gonna start off talking about them people.
You call them rednecks?
Them
domestic terrorists. That is what they are. Mm-hmm. I will call them that, domestic terrorists. So what's your thoughts on the domestic terrorists?
Well, it's nice to know the man who sat in Nancy Pelosi's office is out on bail. He's under house arrest. You can do that. When you white. You can do that. That can happen. So he's out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's the same one that was requesting organic food.
No, that's the one the one who looked like he came off of damn Game of Thrones with the little horns and shit. You know. He needs organic food.
When you're white, you can storm the Capitol. You can swing from the chandelier. You can, bust out the windows just to get in. They only killed one person. The police only killed one person. That probably was an accident. The white chick who died. But you can do all that and then catch your flights and take your ass back home.
Mm-hmm. Go home, child.
It is what. Hell, you can hang outside after the fact and be interviewed by news reporters.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can do.
Then you get picked up a while later.
But I'm going to call y'all, just like y'all talked about Black Lives Matter, rioting and stuff, you animals. Just a bunch of thugs and redneck hooligans. The nerve of you.
Then you can sit in jail and then say, I don't eat this stuff. I need organic food. So anybody who's ever been in jail, let me ask any black person out there who's been in jail, could you request organic food in prison?
You probably request. You probably can request it. I mean, maybe he was in there like, oh boy, on the video, you was just showing me this money up in here. He was in there self-talking. Yeah.
Country Wayne drip. It's money in here.
That's how.
Y'all put me in the cell where the money at.
That man said, I need organic food. Shit, you got money up in here.
But don't that defeat the purpose of being in prison? If you could get shit like organic food, like, aren't you in prison because you did some fucked up shit? So if you want to eat organic food, then don't storm the fucking Capitol building and by trying to hold people hostage and overturn the government. Then you can have all the. Let that have been me if I was a judge. I don't eat organic food. Well, I only eat organic food. Well, bitch, not today. Case closed. Next.
Treat them like I treat my kids. Well, your ass gonna starve.
Exactly.
Go to bed.
You get hungry enough, you'll eat that shit. That's what I would have told him. If he get hungry enough, he'll eat it. Post bail, get out. Eat your organic food. But, but that's the shit white people get to do.
They get to do that. Y'all get to do that. As brainwashed as you are, you poor white people. The poor white people who stormed the Capitol, who's brainwashed.
Who argue about Obamacare and got raggedy ass teeth and shit, and they probably should have had that damn Obamacare so you can fix your fucking teeth. But listen, let me tell you, I'm not enraged with the Trumpers because I really feel they are mentally ill. I told the girl that when we was watching Lindsey Graham on there. and she mad on the live talking about Lindsey Graham, you know that the election was rigged. You know it's fraud. I say you special, ain't it? I say you are very special. And I hope you get the mental help that you need.
That's what they've been doing to the poor white people. Because see, let me tell you something, black people. We can sit here and say all day if that was us true. Things would have happened differently. That is right.
Bitch, we would have been in jail before we got put a step foot on the Capitol building.
That wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened for us. But you know, as soon as some of my Uncle Ruckuses and Clayton, what his name was, Clayton Bixby's, come to realization that you are black. And it is not the same for you. You will then look at the white people who are following up the Trump supporters and the Proud Boys and realize how brainwashed they really are. They are poor people who are just sitting off on this agenda that, you know, my white skin is just doing so much for me, you know.
But the crazy thing about it is, the people who, like the guy who's the leader of the Proud Boy, that nigga ain't even white.
He ain't white. That's what I'm saying. These white people, something is wrong with them.
And the one who orchestrated the damn the riot to go down there, that nigga ain't white either. That nigga darker than me and you.
Y'all are easily brainwashed. Easily. Now, if y'all just come to some damn sense and try to be about your damn money, instead of being about some election and skin color.
I don't think
it could be like you say. I mean,
think it's a mental illness.
Some of them
like,
look a little inbred. It might be a mental illness from inbreeding.
Well, I watched this show, but no, I'm just saying, I watched this show called Soft White Underbelly. It be on YouTube. He interviews all kind of people, like prostitutes, pimps, KKK, drug, everybody. And he interviewed an inbred white family that he ran up on. Girl, it's a lot of them, and they were you know what? When I saw them, I felt bad, but when I saw them, it reminded me of the what was that?
Hills Have Eyes.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Look.
What's the other one? Wrong Turn. Or Texas Chainsaw.
Or the people who stormed the Capitol building. That's what they remind me of.
They were so inbred, Vita, that they could not talk
properly. Or they can't talk?
No, like two of them could not talk. I was like, the fuck? Oh my gosh. And they stay hidden like deep in the woods because I guess people was bothering them. So they have other people in the city who kind of like keep them hidden so people don't bother them. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, the fuck. Now, people was in the comments like, oh my God, woe is me. I said, now let this shit have been us black people. They would be like, look at y'all nasty, ghetto ass.
It ain't even ghetto. I don't know what the fuck that is. That shit is sick.
It's very sick.
That is sick.
It is. Because I'm sitting here watching him interview them, which, I get it. They human and cool. But I'm just we're not going to talk about the fact that they are like this because they motherfucking mama is they fucking sister and their daddy is their fucking brother or whatever. Like, and they've been fucking. We not going to talk about that? We not gonna have that discussion.
Y'all better stop that incest. If you stop that, y'all wouldn't be out here storming Capitol buildings thinking you about to make a difference storming the Capitol building. But I can understand why they feel that way because that's how y'all gain everything else by just running up and taking shit.
Well, when you have people, and see, this is what the people don't understand. And I'm gonna tell you my feelings. I feel like Trump is one of them.
What?
I feel like Trump just lucked up on some money because his dad. Yeah. It wasn't like he, he
knows how to play
it wasn't like he came in with
he knows how to play the debt game.
His dad came in. His dad did some real estate. He gained some money. However, he did that, and gave Trump some money. And to me, Trump is the picture, or if you should have never gave them niggas money was a photograph or a person, it would be Trump.
God, what's that face he be making?
Yeah. It would be Trump. And I feel like that's why Trump can relate to them people, because that's who he is. And had it not been for his father, he would have been. He would have been
mamas and
he would have
shit.
been one of them. Listen
Your
to how he
wife
talked.
Look like, I don't know what was she? I don't
Listen
know.
to how Trump talked.
In pictures
Trump
and shit.
talked like he wanted to. It's gonna be bigly. It's gonna be, who the fuck? You don't hear Mitch McConnell talk like that.
You don't even hear Lindsey Graham.
You don't hear Lindsey Graham talk like that.
You don't hear anybody.
Lady G talk like that. It's bigly. It's big. You can tell he is uneducated, just like most of his Trump supporters.
And then when you call him out on something.
Yeah. He's uneducated, and he lucked up on some money, and that's why he could relate to them.
He didn't even luck up on money. It's just his name. People gave him loans.
Well, I said he lucked up on money, meaning his dad start him off with like $2 million.
But he lost that. It was his name.
He did.
It was his name, and he got a bunch of loans and filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah,
more than once, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, when you got a name, hell, you can get a loan, and it is what it is, and move on. This is your biggest fail yet, Trump. So this business of America you took over.
So when you see, these white people have been, and I can't put it on Trump. People want to put it on Trump. Let's put it on. It's the 2 or the 1% white people who have convinced these lower class white people that all you have to do is you white. So you already got a leg up. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding these 1% white people are telling these lower class white people this shit because they don't want you to come in the 1%. Okay? It's kind of like the master.
That's what I'm saying.
And the master and the overseer.
If they can continue to brainwash them to say you are better than the black person or any brown minority, you're better than them.
Just off your skin color alone.
Yes. They're going to keep them with the division of, because if we're not in the 1%, we're in the same boat. All of us. Your white ass, my black ass, we all together. But because you're allowing them to brainwash you that you're better, you just keep on thinking that shit. You just let them keep on. I pity y'all. I pity your race.
Oh,
because y'all focusing on the wrong thing. That's why y'all ass dying out and getting all mixed up with this nice brown skin. And
that is okay. And I pity them because the 1% is playing the hell out of them.
They are.
And the only fucking thing the 1% care about is dollars. So if I took my black ass and I had something to offer the 1%, the almighty dollar, they gonna fuck with me before they fuck with you with your non-having dollar ass. Y'all, they made y'all believe this shit was about color. This shit about $1. This shit about power, control, and $1. And we know a lot of the times you stay in power, stay in control by what? By money, by means. That's what keep you in there. And they lying to y'all, and y'all eating the shit up. And now as the world is evolving and changing, where your minorities, your black minorities now are being in positions where they are fighting for equity and equality, y'all now sit in a position where y'all are scared and y'all are frightened because you like, well, damn, my whiteness alone is not going to be enough.
That privilege that I've been accustomed to.
Yeah.
All my little white life. Yeah, it's dying out. It's going to end.
It is. It is. And unfortunately, so, girl, did you, I didn't finish all of it. I started it, but I'm going to go back and watch it again. Netflix got a documentary called Crack.
No.
I feel like everybody need to go watch that shit.
I don't think I've watched
Because so it's a documentary. It's about an hour or so long, and it's basically talking about like where crack came from.
Mm-hmm. Is it old?
No, it just came out. It's a documentary where it came from, who it affected and stuff like that. But one thing about it that I like that it talked about is how the system played Black people, right? So one thing I like how they talked about it is when crack came. So for those who don't know, like if you watch Snowfall, then you kind of know the history of how crack came about. Mm-hmm. But basically they break it down to you. They say it was a war. Well, it was a war going on like in the areas like Nicaragua. I can't say the damn shit.
I know what you're saying.
Shit, I'm drinking. And it was some other ones that's around that area.
In South America.
Yeah. South America. Mm-hmm. So the ruler in South America was backed by North America, by United States of America. Mm-hmm. And they backed him because basically he kept it in a way where it was like he kept order.
I was about to say he kept a balance.
He kept an order for them, to them. But they had like these rebels. I forgot the name of who the rebels were. They came in, but they overtook him. Mm-hmm. They overtook him and they start running shit. And when they start running shit, like they basically like people couldn't have free press, couldn't have free speech. You know, they was basically, from how they try to put it, they was terrorizing the citizens who lived there. Mm-hmm. So
I have to watch this.
So they had this is when Thamiji was in the seat. What's his name? Ronald Reagan.
Oh, Reagan and his war.
This when Reagan, yeah. This is where this shit came from, right? So check it. So they wanted to take it back because, you know, sometimes United States be minding motherfucking business
all the time.
They ain't got no fucking business minding motherfucking people business. Now, I ain't gonna lie. On one hand, I was thinking, I was like, I could see them getting involved because this is South America, and I could see them getting involved if they feel like, okay, these fools gonna try to infiltrate next, and they're gonna try to do this shit over here. So let's nip this shit in the bud. I can see that to an extent, but I can also see where you sat down with these people and be like, look, that's y'all business. Mm-hmm. Don't bring that shit over here, cause we gonna have a problem. But U.S. got involved, so Reagan gets this. He don't get no people. So it was some rebels against the rebels who was going at the rebels. Mm-hmm. And Reagan and his administration decided, well, let's help fund the rebels to go against
each other
who came and, you know, get these motherfuckers out. So they start selling guns. Mm-hmm. Now the Congress don't know about this shit. So they start selling guns to like Iran and, you know, people over there to fund the rebels against the other rebels. So while they was doing that, of course, what does Nicaragua whatever have? They got the powder. So while they was smuggling the guns and smuggling the money in, they start smuggling the cocaine in. And as the cocaine was being smuggled in, they were selling it. And of course, when they was taking the cocaine, because this was helping them. That's why I said, if you watch Snowfall basically explains it. So the cocaine was helping also fund the rebels to fight the other rebels.
It was funding war.
It was funding the war. So what they had to do though is, you know, if we're gonna fund the war, we gotta find people to sell this motherfucker. So they went into our neighborhoods and our communities and got motherfuckers in our communities to like sell this shit, right? So what happens is they had us selling this shit. So of course cocaine is expensive.
Right.
In our community back then, we can't afford to motherfucking buy no fucking cocaine like that.
Y'all should have been stuck with weed.
And then the freebasing, people was trying to freebase it, you know, but that was a lot. So that's how somebody came up with, well, instead of let's just mix it together and it's crack and boom, boom, boom. So it took off, boom, money, all of this is funding this. Now, Congress finds out. As a matter of fact, what's his name who tried to run against President Bush, the father, and lost? Kelly, was it John Kelly? Not, what was his name? And he ended up being the treasurer for...
I know some Kelly ran against somebody.
Yeah, I forgot his first name, but he got the weird face, like the long face. Well, somebody tipped him off. Because he's in Congress. So he gets his administration, his people to go see what the fuck this is. So they go see what it is and they come up with, oh, these motherfuckers is Reagan and them, they funneling drugs, you know, they funneling guns, they doing this shit. So he was like, boom, got him. So they had a hearing and they was calling some of the CIA people in. And this one guy is just telling it. He was like, yeah, we would take the gun, smuggle it, and he was like, then what? And we would get the powder, put it in there with it, you know, and bring it back to the U.S. He was like, this is what we did.
But that's just like, and you say the black people were set up, it's because, I mean, when people are poor,
no,
they gonna fall for
But
it.
here's the setup, though. Here's the setup, and this is to my mother and my aunt. Here's the setup. So the setup is, once, of course, the drugs gonna see at first, they didn't give a fuck that we were selling drugs and smoking because it was in our little community. They ain't even really start giving a fuck when shit got real crazy and we killing and all that kind of shit, right? So what they did was they allowed all this shit to go on. You know what I'm saying? Cops would be not paying attention, turning the blind eye, not caring. So then what happens? Black people in the community, like, oh my gosh, you know, not just that, but then the news gets involved, the media. And so the media basically amps shit up more than what it was. They amp the shit up. You know what I'm saying? So now they talking about crack babies and crack mamas, and they said something that I didn't even think about. It was like, if you look and if you remember in that time, she was like, they really kind of like put a lot on the black woman. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, a lot of the times those were more of the addicts were the women. So they put a lot of emphasis on the black women, and the black women being on addicts and losing their kids and stuff like that. And they was like doing like dirty shit. So this one lady on there, she was an addict. She was like, I'm a recovering addict, but I was a crack addict. She was like, I remember. She was like, I was so fucked up. And I was like, I need help. She said she went to the doctor. She was talking to the doctor. She was like, yeah, doc, she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? About to have her baby, or she just had her baby. And she was like, I need help. You know what I'm saying? I need some help. I'm a crack, I do crack, blah, blah, blah. And he called the fucking police on her. So she got locked up. And there was like, this started happening with a lot of black women, like to the point where it was this one particular nurse. she would be asking these women questions. And it'll show one girl like, well, why are you asking me all of this stuff? She was like, oh, it's just a survey. I just asked. But she asks this stuff because then she goes report it to the police. The police come down and then DDS come out. They arrest the woman. They take the child, which is definitely totally different from this whole epidemic with methamphetamine. Where now
it's not even the meth, because they ain't worrying about the poor meth heads. They're not worried about you. They're worried about Miss Soccer Mom, who's now addicted,
falling asleep in the bed.
Yeah, she addicted to prescription drugs. The opioid crisis, opioid crisis as they call it. Then you got the soccer mom kid going into her medicine cabinet, getting addicted, and then it turns into heroin, and they shooting up all kind of other shit, prescription drugs like
the lot and
all kind of shit like that. Then it's a crisis.
Then they get to get help. They get help. But we were treated,
shit is so fucking
we was treated during the crack epidemic. We was treated like criminals. So what they started doing so media is hyping this shit up. So you got black people in the community who's living this stuff, and then they're seeing it overly emphasized, you know what I'm saying, on the news. So then what black people in the community doing? Y'all need to do something. Y'all need to do something about this. Lock them up. Put them in jail. Y'all need to do something. Well, that's what politicians was waiting for. So we fed right in the hands of what the politicians want. And this is what politicians are saying in this documentary. Like, yeah, this is what the fuck we wanted. We was waiting for y'all to complain.
Because
do something. So and then that's when
think
super
about
predator, and that's when privatizing prisons and all that shit came into work, because they already was setting that shit up. They was just waiting for a reason.
Black people are going to say, well, do something. The police know what's going on. They're not trying to help us. None of us would have thought to say, we need to make this, some type of medical crisis. Hell, we can't even go to the doctor now with a medical condition unrelated to drugs and get proper care. So you damn sure ain't about to go for some shit that's self-inflicted to them. Why can't you just drop it?
It was a setup, because it's no way people in the community seeing people dying, people getting shot, people getting killed. They're scared.
Getting robbed,
you afraid. So it's no way you're going to be able to take that away, to look at it in a clear way, to be like, oh, this is a sickness. These people need help.
The only people I think looked at it that way were probably immediate family members who had someone who was addicted. And they know how that person was. And it's like, and still to them, it's like, you just need to stop.
Yeah.
Not understanding, like, now this is just
an addiction.
It's a disability.
Yeah. It's because they chasing the high, that first high that they can never get back ever
I think it's
ever
just,
again.
It's just they say they chasing that high, but it's just addictive. It's just an easier way to deal with life itself.
Maybe. But the lady who was on drugs, she said she was always chasing. She was like, I never got the same high that I got the first time I got high. But with the stuff that's in it, she was like, that's what's constantly running in your head. Like, you chasing, that's what the addiction is. Chasing the high. But it was all a setup. So that's when privatized prison came, and that's when they start dishing out those big those bills.
Heavy
those
sentences,
heavy sentences, even sentencing, the people who doing the shit, not just the drug dealers, but you giving the people who doing it even more time. And I didn't even know. I'm young, so I know I wouldn't know this, because this shit happened like between 1980, 1982, on down. So I was young, but I didn't even know, like, when Bush was in the seat, when Reagan got out, Bush came in, and of course, now people trying to capitalize. Oh, I'm going to crack down on this crack, and these
Look,
crack.
I know from growing up. I remember the Just Say No Club. and the T-shirts they handed us in
said
elementary school, and all kind of the McGruff.
I didn't know that it was a thing about Bush where he set up this black kid to the guy said, the guy who was the addict, he was there. He was like, I remember I was called my dealer to cop some crack, and he said, well, meet me in front of the White House. And he was like, you know, he was like, at first, he was like, but you know, I'm on crack. I want some drugs. I'm like, okay, whatever. He was like, I came. He's like, I sat on that bench, the bench that sits right in front of the White House. He was like, and the guy came, served me, got my little stuff. He was like, you know, I was good. He was like, next thing you know, I'm sitting on my couch and I'm hearing like this, you know,
the police
bus, and here go Bush did an address to the people and was like, we're cracking down. I told you we're not playing. And he was like, the nigga, and they showed the footage. The nigga puts up the crack, and the guy was like, I just brought that crack. Like, it was like, I just brought that crack. Like, that shit looked just like that. So he was like, oh shit, like they set this motherfucker up. Like they set him up. And they, like, some reporters went at Bush, and they was like, how you just set this man, like you set this man up to come, like y'all knew him, y'all grabbed him, y'all told him to do this shit, and then you locked him up. And Bush said, did he do it? But did he sell the crack? He said, you do the crime, you do the time. Nigga, you said the... Child, I was like, it's a really good documentary. Y'all need to watch it. But it's to say, I say all of that when I say my mom and my aunt, because they be like, you know, when we talk about Clinton and them with the super predator and shit like that, and you know, they get real, you know, they get real intense about it because they're like, you don't know how it feels living during that time. And I'm like, I get it. I'm not saying I don't. But
living during
understand, like during the crack epidemic. I said, but understand when motherfuckers set you up, it's nobody's blaming your actions and why you did what you did. Because yeah, if you sitting in a crack infested community and you know what I'm saying, you scared to, you know, leave out or whatever, okay, it's understandable.
You can't go nowhere.
But it's
people rob you all the damn time.
But if it's a setup, it's a fucking setup. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that comes with, you know, educating ourselves, and even some of our black leaders and those who were educated to know better. They should have spoke up.
They did. Jesse.
They should have spoke up.
Down with dope. Up with hope. Nigga, we ain't need no motherfucking down with dope. Oh, up with hope. Nigga, we needed help, nigga. Okay, you could have talked to people. You could have got with communities and tried to even build
There were
retreats.
Black doctors back then to say this is a medical crisis, because you know that's who calling the opioid crisis a medical crisis. White doctors whose kids are hooked on this bullshit, or wives or sons or whoever shit.
But you know what I'm gonna say to y'all white addicts addicted to methamphetamine and opioids.
Tell them like Dave Chappelle.
I'm gonna tell you like Dave Chappelle. Just say no.
What's so hard
about that? Like Nancy Reagan. Just say no. That's all the fuck we got was a t-shirt and a fucking slogan.
Just say no. Yes, child. They used to pump that girl.
Oh,
come out of school all the time.
Here's an ad. No, here's your brain.
Here's your brain on drugs.
Here's your brain on drugs. Any questions? No, but for real, shout out to I don't know who did it, but it's on Netflix. It's an original one. It's called Straight Up. It's called Crack. Y'all need to go check that documentary.
Crack and the conspiracy and all that stuff. I'm gonna watch that.
It's just called Crack. But
I do see.
Yeah, but it's
corruption and conspiracy.
It's a good documentary, and it really goes into like the whole setup. Like it ain't just about the, you know, it goes higher to higher levels of the politicians and the shit that they was doing.
Everybody played their part.
Even the guy, the Chicago the Chicago mayor, he was a black man at the time. I mean, a black mayor. I mean, he was the mayor at the time. This black, I forgot his name, but he was even talking on it, and he was like, you know, it's a he was like, cause he admit to his part he played in it, because he said I didn't look at it in the sense of, you know, oh, this is a sickness, like something
Nobody
need to be done.
did.
But you're not gonna look at it, especially when the media is playing into it, like vilifying anybody who does it. That's what they did. They vilified black people
beyond the media. Speaking from experience of living in a neighborhood that was
crack infested,
if that's what you want to, we can call it, and coming home and your shit broken into constantly on a consistent basis, it becomes like, hell, there's a police substation like across the road. Like, do y'all not see what's going on here? Like, what are y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. You call the police, they don't give a fuck. They don't do anything about it. So it's not even like, you know, these people are sick. It's just like, I'm tired of people stealing my fucking TVs, my kids' shoes, like my food out the refrigerator, because that's how bad it was. The motherfuckers steal your groceries.
Sleeping on my couch.
Falling asleep after they done came in your house and broke shit, broke into your shit, ate your food, fall asleep in the fucking house. Like, at some point, it's like,
what happened to crack,
you're ain't nothing happened to crack. Crack's still around. People still do that shit.
People still doing crack?
They still do that shit, child.
But crack, well, the opioid done supersede the crack.
No. I don't even believe that.
You don't think so?
No. Nope. I don't believe so.
I feel like I see more zombie ass white opioid addicts around here walking looking like zombies than I do. I remember at one time I used to see black people just walking around, you know.
Let me tell you,
looking like addicts. Now all I see is white people.
No, them crackheads who was mid-20, 30, or however old they were when they were strung out and did not get proper help are now 60 still on crack. If they ain't dead yet or in jail, they're out and they still on crack. Maybe somebody will come in the comments and be like, me, bitch. And the business is booming.
You still selling crack? You selling 8 Ball?
Somebody's selling the shit.
8 Ball? What you selling?
Okay.
You selling a cookie?
The opioid crisis ain't no bigger than the crack epidemic.
I look funny at motherfuckers who re-up with a cookie. Give me a cookie. Nigga, that's a little bit.
I do not know all them terms.
You must be do that shit. I don't know about that. But anyways, I ain't know. Because I see more damn white addicts around here. Like, I've never seen so many white people who be high up,
come to the local,
walking down the street, looking homeless.
See shit like this. But then again, I ain't hang out in West Columbia either. I'm sure they over there.
Girl, I seen two of them was fighting on the corner about the corner. Child, right there, that Walmart in Somerville, they was one dude went up to the other dude like, nigga, this my corner that I be trying to bum some shit off of, and the other dude like, I don't blame the other dude. I was like, fuck you, nigga, this the street, bitch. We in the struggle.
Let me tell you,
get it how you live.
It's still the same. I told you when I did my little sitting work, I was sitting for a sick elderly man, white man. And come to find out, the man was smoking crack. And it's like, y'all can't send me over there to sit for him. Somebody came to his apartment saying they was going to take the damn wheelchair. And he didn't pay them. Like, this is not safe.
The wheelchair? What you about to do with the wheelchair?
He said he needed his money. He ain't about to do nothing with the wheelchair. Neither can him without the wheelchair until he paid the money. And it's like, this is, look, I'm only here for 2 hours. I got sleep. And he smoked, they still doing crack. But nobody care about that. Y'all still dishing out time for people having crack cocaine. That's all y'all care about.
Yeah.
Now you want to try to trump it with a opioid crisis or
Crisis.
opioid crisis.
But no, I do know. But I will say this: I do feel like they do have a crisis with these people with opioids because it's just too many that I see. Like the three
The ones
the
you
three
see
addicts,
are meth addicts.
the three
They not even concerned about the meth heads, cause y'all redneck ass been making meth and doing meth. It's been meth addicts. They don't care about the meth.
They just care about
They care about these doctors who've been writing all these prescriptions for this codeine and all kind of other shit.
But they still give
the
it
oxy
to them.
That people
They still give it to them. They control.
If we was black, ass Motrin like you gave our black ass.
When it comes, I was about to say that when it comes to black people, they real strict on the prescription pills they give us.
800, okay.
They's gonna give us Motrin.
Possibly.
Motrin. If we do get Percocet or hydrocodone, they give us like 10 pills, and that shit be like no refills. So shit, I used to have to cut my shit in half when I like after I had a C-section, I would just like kind of try to cut mine in half to kind of stretch that shit out
vaginally. So they ain't get my ass shit but Motrin to go home.
You seen I was high as fuck when you came after I had Micah, child. I was like,
you see why them people be taking it out?
I was high. Girl, it didn't
write me no prescription.
It didn't even feel it didn't even feel good. Like this is what I told the lady, right? Cause I just had Micah. I just had a C-section. So yeah, bitch, I'm hurt. I'm so she come in there, they was giving me my prescription, but they wasn't coming. You supposed to take it before it run out and you feel the pain again. So she wasn't giving it to me like that. So I was like, I said, y'all waiting too late to give me my medicine. I'm feeling the pain. She was like, oh, do you want us just to, you could just tell us the time you want us to come. Would you like us to come? Like, because I think I was supposed to take it.
Probably like every 4 to 6
Yeah.
hours.
And I was like, yeah, child, these motherfuckers came every 4 hours on the dot, and they just kept pressing the button and pressing the button. It was to the point I was like, I looked at my mom. I was like, I don't want no more. I was like, I don't want no more. I can't even keep my eyes open. I couldn't even lift my fucking head.
Never have I ever experienced that.
Oh no, I have a C-section. Now if you have it vaginally, they ain't giving you no prescription.
No,
but
they give you. I think they gave you while you're in the hospital, but you're in the hospital for 2 days. Shit.
No, they sent me home. I had about like 10 pills. That was it. After them 10 pills was gone, bitch, you on your own. That's what the fuck it is.
You're supposed to call back and say whatever the white lady be saying.
I don't know what she be. No, that don't work with us. Cause as soon as they see us black, they'll be like, cause we the addicts, child. First of all, let's be clear. Black people can't even afford to be most of us is doing drugs. We can't even afford necessarily to be copping pills. Them shits is a lot. Okay?
Not if you got insurance.
Well, yeah, if you got insurance, it ain't. But like I told you, they're not going to do that for us if we go to a doctor and be like, I need some pain pills. They're going to be like, man, I knew of this girl. She was white. And this bitch had a tooth. Her tooth was hurting. She had a toothache.
Mm-hmm.
But she couldn't afford to get it pulled. So she went to the motherfucking doctor just to get pain pills to ease the pain. And they gave it to her ass. I said, now, if that would have been us, they would be like, bitch, you need to get your tooth pulled. Mm-hmm. And all we can tell you to do is keep taking Motrin and Tylenol every 4 to 6 hours. But she could walk up in there and talk about, I'm in so much pain, and get some fucking...
That's all they tell her, rotate it. Rotate them. That's all you get is rotate them.
Because I guess they look at them like, go get them niggas no perk. Them niggas is addicts. Them niggas is addicts. Child, please. Them white people be chopping them pills up, sniffing them shit, shooting them shits, and all we can get is Motrin. It's fucked up.
It is.
But, you know, moving on, that's just the hypocrisy of America, how we live in two different worlds. It is very apparent now that Capitol riot, I feel like, made it very apparent that we live in two separate worlds. And like that meme say, when white people like, this is not the America I know, and that meme and that nigga like, nigga, this is
exactly. This is what y'all.
This the America that I know. I don't know what fucking maybe this new to y'all white people. This shit ain't new to us. The saddest part
I wonder, white people, did y'all feel like how we feel sometimes listening at a news broadcast before they show the perpetrator picture? And we listening, we be like, oh, don't let them do that. Did y'all feel that way? Did y'all think, like, don't let it all be white? Like, I mean, y'all ass out there showing out. Y'all should be embarrassed. Black people, stop feeling embarrassed all the time, too, for shit.
Listen,
and we are our worst critics.
We are, because it was a post, and the guy said, he posted this other guy, he was like, we can learn from them, the white people, talking about because they had a goal. I said, no, the fuck they didn't.
These motherfuckers was hanging from chandeliers.
They ain't have no,
and sitting with their feet on somebody's desk.
Listen,
they had no strategic
goal. What's so fucking
they got in there and ran
they
a fucking muck like a kid in the candy store.
The guy said, cause you see when we protesting, we twerking and stuff, them nigga been in there smoking weed.
They were literally hanging from a chandelier.
Hanging from the chandelier, smoking weed, chilling. They was doing nigga shit. So we can't learn a goddamn thing from them. And that's what I'm tired of black people. And I said that in the comment. I said, I'm so tired of black people always trying to compare us to fucking white people and what white people do. Them motherfuckers they didn't have a strategic plan at all. They was shocked that they got into the motherfucking Capitol. Okay? They was shocked. They didn't know that. They didn't know they was going to get that far. It wouldn't, if they did, if they had a strategic plan, you wouldn't seen a guy with zip ties to take people hostage, walking around with just zip ties and no hostages.
Just looking lost.
No hostages. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about how they look when they walked into the Capitol. Motherfuckers with a goal and strategic goal, they ain't walking in the Capitol once they bust it down looking like they in a fucking field trip.
Looking like they done stepped into the land of all.
Oh, look at him.
They in the Emerald City.
Take a picture. These motherfuckers taking selfies and pictures and talking about something, what we can learn from the white. Not a motherfucking thing. That's what. And I'm tired of black people doing that. We do not give ourselves enough credit.
No, we don't.
We always comparing ourselves to what white fucking people do. We ain't white people. So stop comparing us to fucking white people. If you want to talk about us having more strategic plans and goals, then talk about that shit. But don't tell me why I should be like this motherfucker over here. No, the fuck, I don't need to be like them. Because they ain't accomplished a goddamn thing. Nope. What their goal was to stop the from Biden being they didn't accomplish it. They ain't get nowhere close to that shit. Because as soon as if you was trying to get these people, as soon as you walked into the Capitol, as soon as you got into the place where the senators was and you didn't see them there, then you would have left and been trying to find where the fuck they were. Not sitting there
in Nancy Pelosi office
with your feet kicked up. You wouldn't be doing that. So please stop trying to compare us and talk about what white people do versus what black people do. Them motherfuckers ain't did shit. No, they ain't accomplished a goddamn thing. Okay? They ain't even listen, they said they found people's cars or found stuff where they had like bombs and stuff.
They
already.
Found a truck.
They found a truck. So my thing is, if they were strategic, like, granted, they brought this stuff, but they ain't bring this stuff with the purpose of saying, like, this what we about to do with this shit. Because they would have done it. It would have been done. It wasn't done.
They were doing, just like the movies depict in the cartoons, say they grab they pitchforks and all kind of shit and just go running off. That's all they were doing, just running off somewhere. And if you bow down to their ass, then that's what it was. And it is what it is.
The saddest part is when I seen that black Capitol Police running. You know, he was veering them away, but he was running. I said, and the sad part is, I said that man couldn't even shot them, even though he would have been in his perfect right to have shot any of them. But he knew if he shot one of them white people, his ass was going to jail.
This is the shit that angers black people. Look, simple shit like that. Because it angers me. Because you have too many people who are being shot for no fucking apparent reason. Children being shot, and it's called stand your ground when it comes to a child being shot. But the police officer, he just runs to try to get him. He should have opened fire on all they fucking ass. That's what he should have fucking
And you
did.
know he would have been in jail. That nigga would have been, I ain't saying he would have got convicted, but he would have been trying his damn hardest to prove his innocence, because they would have tried to fucking lock him up. They would, and that's the sad part, because it's black people. Let me explain something. Black people ain't afraid of white people, but we know that if we defend ourselves against a white person, that we gotta defend our innocence too. Even though we could be perfectly in the right, it's gonna be something where they're gonna try to throw the book at us, because we are just supposed to be defenseless and agile and just allow these motherfuckers to do whatever the fuck they want to do to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad shit. That's the sad shit. We would have never in a million years tried to break into the Capitol, because we would have known as black people, had we tried to do that shit, we was going to get shot, killed, and go to jail.
Yep. Can't even walk down the street without getting shot.
And that, my people, my dear white people, there is your privilege. Y'all act like y'all don't know what it is. Act like whatever it is. That's what it is. Right fucking there. When you got white women lying. Talk about, I got tased in the eye. And they sniffing onions and shit. Or when you got other white women around there talking about, they're not supposed to tase me. I'm not Black Lives Matter.
We had a black president. Guess what? That has been overridden by voting in Trump and storming the fucking Capitol. The fact that Obama was elected means shit for America. Nobody cares. Y'all didn't care. You know what you did after him? His predecessor was Trump.
And you did that shit on purpose because you was mad about Obama being in that fucking seat.
That's exactly what it
was.
For
8 years.
That's how racist America is.
Mad about that shit for 8 years. Y'all was mad that black man was sitting in that seat for 8 years. And y'all was going to get back at us by putting Trump in the motherfucking seat. And now, and even more, I say this last thing, like they saying they protecting everything and trying to lock everything down for the inauguration. But let me tell you something, politicians in America, I don't know what y'all think this shit gonna end. I guess y'all think this shit gonna end with Trump out the seat. No, it's not.
No.
Y'all, this is our domestic terrorists. And please be on your P's and Q's, and please be ready for when they come back with some other shit, whether it's trying to bomb some shit and do this shit. And if anybody should be fucking fearful in this time right now, it should be black people, because these motherfuckers, listen, I'm not playing. Come in my yard with a motherfucking burnt cross.
Some bullshit if you want to.
Okay.
they won't.
Maybe I need to get me a lawyer already, or maybe I need to prepare myself, because you ain't gonna intimidate me and just try me and think I'm gonna just sit here. No, you not. That's not gonna happen. And y'all got a bigger shit ahead of y'all. Y'all want to talk about the GIs or whatever they call in other countries, and terrorists and ISIS. No, y'all got motherfucking terrorists right fucking here, called KKK. Called nationalists, called Proud Boys, skinhead, the booger, what it is? The Boogaloo. What the fuck is that shit?
I don't know.
They just named the shit.
I can't keep up with them.
They call themselves the Boogaloos.
I can't.
The Boogaloos.
People walk down the street and say Black Lives Matter and start a movement, and then we become a terrorist group who's causing problems.
But see, this is the shit that they do though. Like they're always, it's called, to me, it's called like when you try to distract people, so you throw something over there so people can look over there so people won't see what you doing. That's why they call us Black Lives Matter. That's why they call that shit terrorists, because see, they know they are. And they know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? So let's once again, let's throw black people under the bus so y'all can look over here while we do what the fuck we want to do over there. And you know, and at this point in time, when they be like, go back the way you came from, leave. Bitch, don't think I won't. If I had the motherfucking money,
go back where you came from.
No, I feel like if I had the money, I'd leave this motherfucker. And I wish every black person would leave and let their ass. Because let me tell y'all something, Trumpers, white people. If black people leave, who the fuck y'all think gonna be the black people? Y'all gonna be the black people. They gonna treat y'all ass just like they treat us. Understand that and know it. But anyways, we can move on from that.
We can talk about their ass all day and things that they do and get away with, child.
Okay. But anyways, and I have to say this last thing because it was stated on there about Trump getting off of Twitter and being kicked off of Twitter, and now we have some people who discussing about freedom of speech. So I'm gonna say this and say this clear. I don't give a fuck about no white people's freedom of speech. And I'm going to tell you why. Because black people ain't have freedom of speech and never. Because as soon as we write any fucking thing on social media, they going to take that shit down. As soon as we say anything that seems out of the way or something that they feel threatened by, then, we are insiders, we're terrorists, we all this shit.
And he's the president anyway.
Thank you. And then
you have to be held to a higher standard.
Yeah.
Like, let's not pretend like we forget that because he's white, that he's not held to a different standard. He is. He's the fucking president of the United States.
Yeah, and let's not sit here and talk about, they're gonna try to take away our freedom of speech. Nigga, black people ain't never had no freedom of speech. What we say get fucking scrutinized to the end.
You know what? I don't want this capital thing to go away. I'm going to keep talking about shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because y'all show made a big deal about us simply taking knees at fucking football games and shit. Y'all better make a big deal about this shit because somebody have explaining to do about how these people made it into the Capitol building. I have a problem with that.
My thing is, for those black people who want to talk about freedom of speech, well, why you ain't feel that way when they took Farrakhan off the fucking off of Instagram and Facebook? He been blocked. Why the fuck you ain't saying that shit when they did that shit to Bootsy? They blocked that motherfucker can't come back. So I don't want to hear nothing about they messing up our fit. Bitch, we ain't with them. They get to do shit we don't get to do. So if you sit here and think as a black person you got freedom of speech, you a goddamn lie. They let us say what they want us to say. And when the shit that they don't want, when they want to silence our ass, they shut us the fuck up. Look at Nick Cannon. Took his whole fucking show.
At Trump. He only silenced because he done pissed the 1% off.
He pissed the 1% off. That's the only reason.
Them off.
He done made them mad. He done proved what we've been saying about them for the longest, and they ain't like that shit. We told y'all. See that shit? We told y'all. They ain't like that shit. Like, now, look how you got us looking. These niggas untold. Look at this shit, y'all. Because the black folks ain't the problem or the issue.
We are not. We sitting here sipping, just looking at these hooligans.
Okay, so we can move on to women ain't shit.
Well, where do you get that from?
Black women
from white. What? Now, why black women? They don't have to be shit. Now we can't end with white people and go talk about black women. What's going on?
Because I just feel like that's what men want us to say. Because we have to constantly see posts about men don't get love unless we give something. Then all we have to hear, okay, so we have to hear. My husband told me a situation about this guy on YouTube. I think it was a white guy, and he talked about how he found a picture or some footage of his wife a long time ago where she was like, I guess, doing threesomes and just being wild. And he was more upset at the fact of why wasn't he was more upset of why she don't be doing them shit to him. So
okay,
he comes to the conclusion that what it is that women, we like to be out here and do our thing and be with the bad guy and do everything for the bad guy. And then when we get older, we want to look for something practical and get with a practical guy. And then we just don't want to we get with somebody we don't want to have sex with. Oh, and then adding on to the conversation me and the producer had where it is said that women are more fond of or prefer to deal with men who are the bad guys versus we won't say nice guy, versus a guy who I guess wants to put in the time and deal with, the woman. We don't want them. We want the niggas who don't pay us any attention. And so I said, okay, if we agree to this, y'all right. Y'all all right. Women ain't shit. Now what? We're not shit. Now what y'all want to do?
What you gonna do, man?
What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna start dating each other?
Y'all say the good girls want the thug.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, what's so funny is, while they say the good girls want the thugs and don't want them, we won't talk about the bitches who try to holler at them and want them, but they don't pay no attention to. They don't want them. They don't want the bitches who want them. They want the bitches who don't want them. Now, my argument was this. And I'm speaking from women, because it's another thing I'm tired of y'all niggas doing too. I'm tired of niggas telling women how we think, why we do what we do. Since when the fuck y'all been women?
Because men have this notion that they know women better than we think they do.
But here's my thing. If you know women so well, then we shouldn't be that complicated, right? Because you know us. You know you know how we gonna move. You know the shit that we do. So then you should very well understand when we talking or coming at y'all should be fully aware of what that is. Y'all should have no fucking problems. And furthermore, if the logic of women wanting the bad guy is what y'all feel like we want, or we want the bad guy over the nice guy, if you know that shit, then be the bad guy. Boom! Your question is answered. Now you got you a girl.
Here's the thing. Because they say
that shit ain't true.
They say, no, it's not true. The good girls want the bad guys, and then you got the bad girls who want the good guys. Then go be with the bad girls then. Go be with the bitch who giving a threesome. Shit.
No. Those girls, because
those girls don't want them either.
They want the bad. We all want the bad nigga.
We all want the bad guy.
We all want the bad guy.
You know what that be? I'm going to tell y'all what that is. This comes from people who are insecure. People who are insecure and don't know how to carry themselves confidently enough to approach a woman. Let's more get into a relationship with her, because you don't even know how to fucking approach a woman. So you figure that the approach that you did try and you were shot down, there is a thing called leads.
Well,
some people like to go for people who out of their league.
Well, let's go even further, because I'm tired of this bad guy, nice guy. It ain't
no bad guy, nice guy.
What's a bad guy?
It's confident and the non-confident. Those are with self-esteem, and those with low self-esteem.
So a woman like, say, alpha male.
Women like to feel taken care of.
Okay, because see, that's another logic. For one, this my question to niggas. What's a bad guy? Is a nigga who do illegal shit but treat me with respect and the way I need to be treated. Is that a bad guy? Or is a nigga who just full of shit and treat me like shit, is that a bad? Like, let's talk about what the bad guy is that y'all claim we want to know. Exactly. You don't know. You can't specify what the fuck a bad guy is, because just because a nigga might do some illegal shit, that don't mean he's a bad person.
See, here's the thing. There are men who also see red flags. Just like, and there are women who like to say, you know, ain't no man shit when they done seen red flags. Well, right now we're talking about the men. But you seen red flags in this bitch when she only call you when she wants some shit. She don't fuck with you no other time. And now you feel some type of way about it because she ain't giving you no quality time because you said, I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to just not buy her anything, or, you know, I'm not going to give to her like I normally would give to her, and I'm going to see if she still likes me. And when she don't like your ass because you ain't doing what you came in doing, then it's, I knew she was old.
But that's
how you approach. You go out and buy the nice car because you want to stun on these hoes. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull out all your money because you want to stunt. But then when people want you for the shit you got, now you got a problem.
But and that's a point. And here's another point. Does that make you a nice person though?
I ain't saying you're a nice guy or a bad guy either.
Just because you buy me shit, does it really make you nice? Because I'm gonna say this. If you're truly a nice person, like you just generally a nice dude, when you don't get what the fuck you want from me, you wouldn't be upset and mad and then talking about all this shit I did and look at this bitch don't want me. But then you not that nice. That means you was doing
sex with me.
That means you were doing the nice shit for the purpose of trying to impress me or get with me. And as soon as that shit didn't work, now you griping and complaining, talking about you, but then you ain't genuine then.
What? Now your true colors come.
Thank you. And you ain't as nice as you think you are. See, that's the problem I'm having. Because I feel like a lot of niggas around here labeling themselves as a nice guy, but are you truly a nice guy? Or are you just doing nice shit thinking that's going to get you in the footing to deal with this woman? Because let's make this clear. There are more qualities that people seek out of people than just being nice. You can be nice as fuck and be dumb as fuck. You can be nice as fuck and be fucking boring with no fucking personality. You can be nice as fuck, you know what I'm saying, and be stank. Don't keep your hygiene up. You know what I'm saying? Got funky ass breath. Don't wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? So just to think and to sit here and feel like just because you nice or you do some nice shit doesn't mean that you're obligated to a woman's time, okay? And furthermore, let's clear that shit up. Just because you come with some roses and take me on a date, nigga, that might be my standard. That might be what I expect from any nigga, whether he a bad nigga, a good nigga, you know, whoever. Like, nigga, if you ain't taking me on a date, we don't have shit to talk about. Which then leads
women not allowed to have standards without being called certain names.
Oh, and let's get furthermore into this.
For some men.
For men out there who keep posting that shit about, a man can't get love unless he do something or he got something to give to a woman. We can't just get love unconditionally without there being, I guess they're trying to say it's transactional.
I have to get to know you.
But no, let's stop there. Because see, I think these young niggas or niggas our age, I think they forgetting about the past. If you mad about that shit, be mad at your granddaddy. Be mad at your great-granddaddy. Because let me tell you what used to happen back in the fucking day. See, women, we ain't used to be able to walk around and say and do whatever the fuck we wanted to do. We, back in our days with our great-grandmamas and, you know, and on, we had to be with the nigga who stepped out and fuck other bitches and had other kids and sometimes brought the motherfucking kids home for you to fucking take care of. And you couldn't say shit. And you can't say shit and you couldn't do shit. And you know, if a woman did confront a nigga and said, like, how you out here cheating, you doing this, and you don't treat me right, you know what the first thing they said? Bitch, I'm a provider. I take care of you. I take care of those other women. I take care of my kids. So what the fuck you complaining about? So niggas, if you got a problem that a woman looks to you to be a provider and offer something to be with them, be mad at the motherfucking niggas that came before you, because that's the way they set the shit up. We ain't make the fucking rules. They made the motherfucking rules. If you don't want to be, if that's not what you want, blame them, because that's how the tone was set. See, we didn't make those rules. We didn't sit here and say, well, you gotta, we didn't, y'all came with that shit. Y'all grandfathers, your fathers, your great-grandfathers, they came with that shit. A feeling like as long as I provide and protect, I am doing my duties as a fucking man. Mm-hmm. There is nothing else you should be trying to seek of me, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I am providing and I am protecting. So for y'all to sit out here and be like, all they expect. No, that's the way shit was set up.
First of all, I ain't your mama. So no, I don't have to show you no love. Don't put me in the role as your mama, because I am not your mama. And if your mama didn't do it, I'm not the counselor either.
And let's be clear. You ain't sitting around showing us no love if we ain't opening the motherfucking legs. Okay? Let's not play them fucking games. Let's not act like we can't find. Listen, as soon as a bitch come out her mouth and she talking to a nigga and she saying, well, shit, I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to chill. You might say okay at first. Then them 2 months roll over to 3 months, to 4 months, to 5 months, to 6. Now we talking about a year. We know damn well y'all ain't sitting around here
all the while
just devoting y'all time and energy with us, and you ain't getting no nut because you gonna have something to say. So stop acting like y'all the only people who y'all feel like somebody wants something from y'all in order to be with y'all. Y'all do us the same way. It ain't money, but it damn sure is what's between our motherfucking legs. Okay? Thank you. So we can stop that fucking conversation. I'm tired of that shit. And now I'm saying it here because I've seen it. I will not entertain them conversations in the comments on no social media, because they don't go no fucking where. It just go in a fucking circle. I don't even see the purpose of having a conversation if we're not going to get to a real resolve or a resolution where we come to an understanding where we both understand. Because I feel like at the end of the day, that's what y'all want. Y'all want women to be like, we ain't shit. Now what? What? You going to start dating men? What you going to do? What's your plans? Because y'all want to talk about this shit. What is the end game of talking about it? Because you damn sure don't want to actually delve into situations and get an understanding of why shit works the way it do. You just want to complain about what women ain't do. Oh, women user. Oh, women gold digger. Why you gotta wear all that makeup? Why you gotta wear the wig? Why you gotta be twerking? Why you gotta be... And these the same niggas who be double tapping. Like with the bitches who wear the makeup. Yeah. With the bitches who twerk. Mm-hmm. With the gold diggers. Be right there fucking double tapping.
Them bitches on Pornhub be having on them lace fronts. And y'all still watch it.
I just ain't never seen a bunch of motherfuckers complain about some shit, but don't want to talk about they shit. You know what I'm saying? And then furthermore, stop talking about why women can't love you unconditionally. Y'all motherfuckers don't love each other unconditionally.
You really don't.
When the fuck y'all pick up a phone and call a nigga and be like, nigga, I just want to make sure you all right, man. You know what I'm saying? When the fuck you let a nigga cry and confess his feelings about shit going on in his life without you feeling uncomfortable, awkward, or trying to get off the phone or laughing at the motherfucker? Like, please, let's stop. I can't do the woe with me.
I don't even entertain it. I can't entertain it. I can't entertain it because it be the same type of people, type of men, I must say, that like to have those discussions, just looking for attention. That'd be a man. You know, men who post that y'all are the reverse of the pick me woman. Y'all just a pick me man. You trying to get the attention. They trying to get the attention of someone else in particular.
Oh, that's not right.
Just being a fucking pick me. So if I can call a woman to pick me, your ass being a fucking pick me too. So just stop all that shit. If you want to go in the bitch inbox, if you feel like she a person who's gonna be sincere with you and be the one that you can confide in, just go ask her. Don't come with the bait. That'd be bait. That'd be bait. So people can be like, what's going on?
And let's clarify. Women do not like bad guys. Women like nigga who has confidence, who can walk in the motherfucking room and own the fucking room. Who, if I'm with you, that at least you will defend my honor, or you ain't gonna just
feel secure.
You will make her feel safe, secure.
Yeah.
That's what women like. So it ain't a bad guy she like. She like a nigga who's confident and who's gonna make her feel secure. Yeah. Period. The end. It ain't about no bad nigga. Now maybe the bad niggas be the one who act that way. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they act that way because whatever lifestyle they have to live, that's what they have to exude. That type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So don't blame it on no bad guy, because no woman be out here like, oh man, I got to find a nigga who ain't shit and who gonna treat me like shit. No, women don't do that shit. To be perfectly honest with you, y'all probably see certain red flags in niggas that we don't fucking see because we ain't men. So we don't know to look out and be like, that's a red flag. We don't know until a nigga done fucked us over several times before we be like, okay, see, I got you. I see what you're doing here. But we don't know. We not fucking men. We not choosing these niggas to be like, I want you to fuck up my life. Hell no. We thinking, okay, this nigga legit. This nigga, okay. And then we come to find out the nigga ain't shit. Okay? The same way you walk around with the hoe. You don't know she the hoe. You thinking you get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Till you realize you with the hoe.
You like what she did in bed.
And maybe you should be with though. Shit, if she treating you right, who gives a fuck if she fucked over 100 niggas in the past? That's the past. We talking about the present right now. Girl, I'm just saying.
And get your hoe in
I just be so tired of the conversation. Like, where are we going with this shit? Like, because if we're not gonna look at ourselves and see the role that we play in this situation, like for instance, I could tell you the role a woman plays. Like even in that situation where I talk about the guy, he said he saw his wife. Yeah. I could tell you, you know why she did that? She didn't do that because she was looking. First of all, women like sex. We like to fuck. We is not choosing a nigga we don't want to fuck all the time. That's the stupidest shit in the motherfucking world. Okay? But to her defense, why she did that is because she probably was out there plotting and thotting back in the day. And she probably got labeled for it and got picked at for it, being promiscuous, being out there. So she figured if she gonna get a good nigga, maybe I gotta act wholesome. Because see, that's the games y'all play too. You talk about us when we a hoe. Then when we ain't a hoe, we're boring as fuck. We don't do shit. See, we don't know what the fuck you want. And you say shit like, I want a freak in the bed and a lady in the streets. Well, how the fuck I'm gonna be a freak if I ain't never did no freaky shit with no nigga? I gotta suck some dicks and balls. I gotta teabag. I gotta do that shit to have experience.
They want you to have one or two partners and that's it. But who's gonna be the fun girls for y'all?
Because you want us wholesome. If we all wholesome, we can't be the fun girl. And we can't have the experience you want us to have in bed if we ain't out there testing the fucking waters. How I'm gonna have experience on teabagging? How I'm gonna have experience on swallowing and taking it to the throat?
You gotta watch them. You gotta watch Pornhub.
Porn don't do shit, and you got to do the shit. Just because I might watch Pornhub and now my teeth on it. Now you say, oh, you're grazing me. Well, guess what, nigga? You didn't let me have the experience out there sucking dicks. If you let me suck dicks without trying to talk about I'm a hoe and let me be out here sucking some dicks, I could be the hoe you want in the bed.
Let them suck dick early. Melissa says.
You want some good head? Or you want teeth? You want what Bernie Mac said? You want the bitch to be sucking bone, then she gotta suck some shit. How she gonna know if she ain't never sucked dick before? I'm just saying. Like, what y'all want? See what I'm saying? He's talking about all the daughters in the world. What do y'all want? Which one?
Because we can't be that way, child. We can't be that way.
But
I got one at home who just
listen.
His sons can't listen to the female rappers, but they can listen to the male rappers.
You know, but then listen, soon as we can't be that way and we in the bedroom, this bitch don't do shit. This bitch don't know how to do this. This bitch don't want to suck dick. She don't want to put her legs in the air.
Quiet,
the bitch don't want to bend over. She don't want to spread the cheeks. She don't want to do the split on the dick. She don't want to do nothing. Well, bitch, I ain't been doing that shit. I've been wholesome. I've been sitting on the coochie like you wanted me to. It's sitting right here. Now, bitch, you ain't say nothing. You say sit here. The coochie was marinating. You ain't say shit about the coochie. Hey, if you want the coochie to come with tricks and all that kind of shit, coochie gotta know how to do tricks. She gotta have the experience. But y'all don't want to talk about shit like that. You see what I'm saying? The double standards. This is the double standards. It really has, because I feel like men don't even understand the evolution of the woman, the evolution of the black woman. Like, y'all act like what's going on now with women is normal. Women have not been able to do shit like this without being ridiculed, labeled, blackballed. You know what I'm saying? We have not. Like, you don't understand, like, black women back in the day had to go work just like y'all raggedy ass had to go work back in the day. And we had to go work what? Breastfeeding other people kids, cleaning other people's house, cooking other people food, then came home and had to take care of home and do the same shit while y'all walk y'all raggedy ass in the house and took off your shoes and say, what's for dinner? Like, that's, you see what I'm saying?
If she want to go bust it, let her go bust
like, y'all sitting here crying and acting like y'all don't know the history and the evolution of what black women have actually been through. Like, y'all act like, listen, even when with Jim Crow shit, like, it still was certain ways y'all could move just because y'all were men that we could not move. We couldn't be out here fucking other niggas and coming home pregnant, talking about I'm pregnant. And y'all was just gonna take care of the fucking child. We couldn't do that shit. That shit was that was a no-no. So the fact that y'all sitting here whining and complaining about women and shit as if women didn't have a hard road to go in the first fucking place.
Why we always complaining about it?
That's my problem.
Like, Lord.
And I feel like it's counterproductive.
Find the person for you. That's for the black man and the black woman. Just find the fucking person for you. The people you were dating, change yourself. Maybe sometimes you got to step back and look at yourself. Look at yourself. If you constantly feel like you're giving yourself emotionally to people and they're just not accepting of it, like, fix yourself emotionally. Some people don't want that baggage. Shit, we got our own fucking baggage. I'll just generalize the men then, since they like to put us all in one just general category. They're not going to complain about the wholesome girl. They'll just go get a side chick who do know how to suck the dick. The hoe. They just going to go get one of them. Who to them wants it every time they ask, because she don't live with they fucking ass. She ain't got to put up with your ass. She ain't got to put up that you don't know how to manage your finances or any other shit that you got going on in your goddamn life. She ain't got to put up with that. You get to call her. If she answers and feel like dealing with you, you get to pop up. That's called the grass not being green on the other side, fellas. Don't go comparing a bitch who ain't got to put up with your shit to the bitch who do.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
And no one ain't saying you ain't putting up with the woman shit. Okay, yes, you might put up with the woman shit too, and that applies for her if she walking around complaining about you. But I'm just referencing to men because I have to see this shit constantly on my timeline about
I'm telling
basically
you,
those
those are the pick me men. Pick me men who don't even know how to properly approach a woman. And so they're hoping that they will get some type of approach off of that alone.
Well, I will leave off this note and for y'all men to do y'all homework. When y'all start talking about I'm a nice guy, I want y'all to really sit there and think what makes you nice. Besides you just taking her on a date, buying her flowers and some candy. No, what are some other things that make you nice? What are some characteristics about yourself that will make a woman into you? Because see, that's another misconception because you feel like you're nice, that you're old, or like somebody's obligated to deal with you. Like shit, I was nice. It was still niggas who ain't fuck with me. It was still niggas who ain't necessarily deal with me.
Your ass be nice if you want to. Get your ass ran over. Stop being nice.
Listen, and it ain't about being nice. It's about that particular girl you trying to talk to. Is that even somebody you would want to see yourself with? Or is it just that she got the look you want? She looked the way you want her to look. And now you trying to holler at her. You know what I'm saying? Come to find out she might be somebody you don't even fucking like. You might find out this is not somebody you even the least bit interested in. But you got Molly Sue who probably be in your inbox, always laughing at your corny ass posts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling you cute. But you won't get that bitch the time of day. Because she don't look the part. So we could do this shit all day. You see how the circle keeps going and going. I don't
entertain that conversation. I can't because it's like, oh Lord, here we go.
I see that's what I did, and I just looked at that shit. I was like, I'm not even about to get into this conversation, child. Whatever. When, where? Woe is me. If you really want somebody, here, I will say this, and this is real. If you really want to be with somebody and you really want somebody in your life who is genuine and loyal and, you know, whatever, then start looking at shit about yourself that you might need to improve or change on. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say this one. For the guys around here who talking about, my mama come first for any bitch or any female. My mama always gonna be number one. Okay. Wait on that girl. Cause I don't know a bitch alive who gonna be with a nigga and the nigga tell them, you come after my mama. Ain't no woman about to be with you. She might fuck with you, but she ain't gonna be with you. Cause ain't no woman wanna be second to no fucking body. I'm the number one bitch in your life. And being the number one bitch in your life, if you love your mama and I'm into you and I love you and you treat me the way I'm going to be treated, I'm going to love your mama. I'm going to treat your mama with respect. Mm-hmm. I'm going to uphold your mama. Your mama is the matriarch in the family, but she ain't me and she ain't number one. Like you can see that shit in history when you see motherfucking kingdoms. They don't keep when the man become the king. He don't have it ain't his mama sitting next to him talk about I'm the queen. No, she's the queen of moms, ain't it, or something like that? They call it. That means your mother is there for guidance, to advise you, to help y'all what you know, if y'all got issues or something in y'all relationship. But she's not there to be your woman. She ain't your number one. They don't have the mama as the queen. They have the wife as the queen. But see, this is the stuff y'all be saying and thinking y'all right, and then sit here and wonder why your ass single and you ain't got no fucking body, because you don't even want to look at the certain shit you say or your ideologies or your thought process to be like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? And try to gain pointers and try. Like, I be trying to help these niggas in these comments when I say shit. Like, I'm married. I got a man. I be just trying to say shit to kind of
trying
give
to
them a
enlighten them.
perspective of a woman and what a woman is going to think when you saying shit like this. I'm telling you what a fucking woman is going to think. And you can sit there and be like, oh no, it's a woman who will accept it. Yeah, you need to watch out for that bitch because she just trying to get you. Because as soon as she feel like she got you, she going to be talking about, your mama always coming over here trying to do such and such and such and such and such.
Home. Just put her in a home.
Okay. I'm just saying. I can tell you the things you need to know to help you get a woman.
Change the subject a little bit. I'm loving this haircut. Y'all see this haircut? The bitch just come over here, cut her locks, and just start the show in 2021 like...
I'm on my bald head hoe shit.
Because that's how 2021 came in, you know. But I say all to those...
Ask my husband, I be on my bald head hoe shit.
Oh, he liked the bald head.
Yeah,
that
baby.
Hair was holding her back.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It was in the way.
You better get you on bald headed hoe,
Girl,
honey.
I'm telling you,
when you stroke that hair in the back and that. Oh, I won't go. I'm gonna go a little too deep
much.
with it. Do it too much, but
it looks good. I like it.
Thank you.
Really good.
I don't think I have nothing else to say. You know, the producer back there cringing, shaking his head, child.
He gonna have to split this one up. Do a part 1, part 2. We sat here running our mouth.
We gonna clink it up, y'all. This is our first show. For 2021? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did come in with some bald headed whole shit.
It did come in on that, but y'all stay strong. It's gonna be a better year as it goes on. You got to speak it into existence. Yes. That's all we can say.
Speak it to it.
If you speak it, it will manifest. So it's gonna be a good year. It's just coming in like it's.
I was about to say something bad. So I was like, it's gonna be a good year. Clink. Clink. And we'll talk to y'all later.
Mm-hmm. I gotta pay.
You can go.
Pay.
I gotta take
these
mics off. We don't want the producer putting up footage behind the producer.
I said, who funkin' with me? I'm butter.